I went to Funnel Hacking Live this year, and I'm going to share some of the secrets and strategies that were taught at this event. So if you're a digital marketer or an entrepreneur, you're going to want to make sure to stick around into the end of this video. Now, if you don't know what Funnel Hacking Live is, it's described as a rock concert for marketers. It happens every year since 2015, and this is actually my first year going to this event. It's hosted by Russell Brunson, who is the CEO of ClickFunnels. So if you're a digital marketer, then you probably know what ClickFunnels is. And there was a ton of speakers over the span of this 4-day event. Now, to be honest, I didn't know who most of these speakers were, but they were spitting some straight fire. Now, my favorite speaker was Jocko Willink, and if you don't know who he is, he has a podcast here on YouTube, and he's an ex-Navy SEAL. In his speech, he was talking about his experience in the military and how the same strategy for warfare can be used in your business. I know it probably sounds kind of crazy, but it actually does make sense. And then we had Eric Thomas speaking at the event. If you don't know who he is, he's a motivational speaker that's been around for a while. And he was doing what he usually does, getting people pumped up, and if you know, you know. And then Russell Brunson and Steve Larsen were talking about dramatic demonstrations. This is a valuable lesson if you're a content creator and you're trying to generate traffic to your funnel. They were talking about how P.T. Barnum and others were driving traffic by using dramatic demonstrations. Now, one thing that they talked about is attention span. One main thing that I learned is if you're having trouble keeping people's attention, it's not because they have a short attention span. It's because you have a problem keeping their attention. Okay. Dan Kennedy was also at this event, and he was talking about this specific issue. He actually made a good point because he said that people binge watch an entire season of their favorite show on Netflix, but they won't watch a 1-minute video that most people create. And the reason why is because that video is just simply not interesting enough. This actually brings me to another speaker named Eric Thane. I never heard of him before I went to this event, but he has over 100,000 followers on Instagram. Now, when he was speaking, he shared the exact same framework that he used to gain over 100,000 followers. And here it is. So you might want to take some notes. So starting off, you have the hook. This is something that's going to capture your audience's attention within the first couple of seconds of your video. A good hook is unique and effective, and it's usually something that creates curiosity or controversy. And the second part is the story. This gives your audience context behind what you're about to tell them. And then you have 3 points. Your content isn't good if it isn't valuable. So this is where you share with your audience the top 3 secrets, hacks, tips that will help them reach their goal. And finally, you have your call to action. This is where you tell your viewers what you want them to do. This can be something like telling your viewers to follow you, like your video, share it, etc. So to put it all together, here's an example straight from his book. If you ever sit down to write video content, but you don't know what to say, here's what to do. So when I was starting to create videos every day, I would always sit down, but I can never think about what to say. Until one day, I looked up my best performing videos. Until I realized that they all follow the same pattern. So here's what it looks like. Number 1 is the hook. This is the first sentence in your video that grabs your viewer's attention. Number 2 is the context. This is where you give some background information on why this is important. Number 3 is the points. This is where you share the meat of your content. And lastly, number 4 is the CTA. This is where you invite the viewer to take action on what you just taught them. So if you're a content creator and you don't know what to say, follow this 4-step framework in your next video. And that's the exact same framework that he shares in his book. Now, another great speaker that I enjoyed listening to is Kathy Yoder. Now, I've never heard of her before, but she has a huge channel here on YouTube. Her channel is called Empowered Cooks, and she creates content about air fryers and air fryer recipes. When she was speaking, she mentioned that her videos were kind of all over the place and her channel wasn't growing. Now, I can relate because I've been trying to grow on YouTube for the longest time, so I know the struggle. Now, what she mentioned is that she started to look at what other creators in her space were making, and she created videos similar to theirs. And that's when her channel really started to take off. And then she doubled down on that same content that was helping her grow her channel. Now, one of the most shocking things that she mentioned was that she didn't have a fancy video camera setup. All she was doing was recording on her phone using a tripod and a little ring light. And if you've seen any of her videos, you know that she records inside of her kitchen. But this gives her videos a more authentic and real look, in my opinion. So that goes to prove that creating videos that gets millions of views doesn't require the best camera equipment. She also mentioned that getting your videos ranked in YouTube search results is a great way to start. But getting your videos to show up in YouTube's browse and suggested features are even better. And I actually noticed this firsthand myself. Here's one of my videos that's ranking in YouTube search results that I posted over 8 months ago. As of right now, it has about 10,500 views, which is actually one of my best performing videos. Until I posted this video about a month ago, and it's almost at 5,000 views. If you notice, most of the traffic from this video is coming from YouTube's browse features. So I believe this is the key to start building real traction on YouTube. Now, if you create content on YouTube, here's something that Kathy mentioned in her talk at Funnel Hacking Live. And this can give you some real insight on what type of videos to create. So you might want to take some notes. She recommended to create a dummy account on YouTube. This is just a separate account where you're going to watch the same type of videos that your target audience would be interested in watching on this platform. And this shouldn't be your own content. So you want to look at what YouTube is suggesting and what type of content is popping off. Read the comments on those videos and solve the problem better. Make your thumbnail better. And pay attention to what bores you in those videos. And don't do that. She also shared some tips on what not to do in your videos. The first thing not to do is create slow intros. Creating slow intros is a perfect way to bore your audience and make them leave your video. Having a bumper in your video, honestly, nobody cares. And that's something that I had to learn the hard way. Don't ask people to subscribe right in the beginning of your video. More than likely, they don't know who you are yet, so there's no reason for them to subscribe. Don't talk forever at the end of your video. People just want to get to the point and then leave.
The crime you've committed was very serious. And before I sentence you, I'd like to say a few words about your arrest record. What the hell?
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
And also telling them not to watch the next video. Make sure that it's relevant to the topic that you're discussing in your current video. Now, she also recommended some things that you should do. And that's to create a freebie or an opt-in. And you want to link it in every video description. You want to show people how to use your freebie. Say and show the URL in your video. Show link in the description on screen. Put the link to your funnel in the description. And also put the link to your funnel in the pinned comment in the comment section. Now, I can go on and on about all the different things that I learned at Funnel Hacking Live, but I just wanted to share one more thing that was really important that was emphasized throughout this entire event. And it's called the linchpin method. You're gonna start seeing a lot of entrepreneurs and digital marketers using this method. One popular business model that people like to use is where they sell a one-time high-ticket program. Now, the linchpin method is the opposite of that. This is where you offer a membership program where people pay monthly to access your program, community, assets, coaching, and whatever else that you're offering. And this is the exact same method that Russell Brunson uses to make millions of dollars every month in recurring revenue. And here's the book that they gave to us at the event. And as you can see, there's a lot of information in here. So if you use ClickFunnels, it costs $97 a month for the 1.0 version. And it costs $147 a month for ClickFunnels 2.0. And there's a lot of people who pay for this software every month. At this event, they had a sales pitch teaching you how to build out your own offer using the linchpin method inside of ClickFunnels 2.0. They work with you and help you get everything set up from start to finish. Then once you have it set up, they'll help you scale it. Now, the funny thing about this sales pitch is that it's also a monthly membership program to work with Russell's team to help you build out your own offer using the linchpin method. Now, let me ask you something. How much do you think that it costs to join that monthly program? Let me know down in the comments below. I almost forgot to mention, at this event, they gave out 2 Comma Club awards. If you don't know what the 2 Comma Club award is, it's an award that Russell gives out to people who hit $1 million in sales in their business. And one of the people who received that award is my mentor, Eric, who used to work full-time as a construction worker and now is a full-time digital marketer. He made his first $1 million in sales in 22 months by creating his own digital marketing program. But he also just created a free course teaching you the exact same strategy that he used that got him that 2 Comma Club award. It's called Digital Marketing Secrets, and if you want access to it, I'll have the link in the description of this video. Now, if you create content on TikTok and your videos have been stuck at 200 views, this video right here will explain exactly why. And it's actually one of my best performing videos as of right now, and it's showing up in YouTube's browse features. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to learn more tips to grow your digital marketing business or start earning online, make sure to subscribe to my channel.